Archibald's going to give it a run as he gets there battling with Ruoff. He got taken down hard along the end wall. No penalty called there. Archibald didn't like it, and I cannot blame him as Ruoff knocked him down in what would have been a boarding even if he had the puck. Here's Anderson, scores! Just a hard slap shot, well placed by Peter Anderson. Both goalies have seen 4 shots. It's 1-0 Utica with just over 7 minutes remaining here in the period. Jan Sofe fell down. As the puck came back to the line, it was shot on goal and a save from Eriksson. Working in. The backhand from Brian Russ wouldn't make it on net. 20 seconds to go. It's fed to the point and a pad save from Eriksson. O'Reilly ties up looking for the puck. Spilled down to the ice. Here's Dumoulin closing in. Left side, back in front. Here's a chance. Archibald blocked down by Eriksson. Back to the far circle. Slobin pumps, doesn't shoot. Waiting with it at the dot. 6 seconds across. Dumoulin pumps, walks in, wires one right into Eriksson. And the whistle has sounded with 1.9 to go. Left wing now, and it is O'Reilly. Right side for Grenier, leaving for Peltier. Chipped across for O'Reilly. 40 seconds to work with here. O'Reilly closing in. To the front for Grenier. Back over Peltier. Scores! A power play goal and a 2-0 lead for Utica. And cheering loudly as Ken Huskins takes a high, hard hit from Archibald. DeFazio is throwing punches. Huskins gets in there trying to take care of his own business as a mess taking place in the Utica zone. Ken Huskins got hit high and hard. A penalty was called. Brandon DeFazio on his back is still throwing punches. Joachim Eriksson was headed down towards Matt Murray in the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton net, even though all the action was back in Eriksson's zone. Brandon DeFazio not happy with Josh Archibald as Archibald is brought off the ice. DeFazio now having words with Dumoulin. And the linesman will bring DeFazio off the ice as well. Peltier from the red line. He'll skate with it. He'll wait with it. And the season comes to an end here in Utica. With a 2-0 shutout victory for Joachim Eriksson.
Well set. Right way to end it, Travis.
Great way to end it, especially winning these last 2 home games, getting a shutout tonight. The whole, with the crowd at the end of the game, it was special.
What did you say to the team after the game?
You know, I just thanked them really for the way they carried themselves this year, the way they worked. You know, it would have been easy to start to doubt themselves, doubt our staff, doubt what we were trying to preach at the beginning of the year. We were in a tough spot early, and to see how they worked and stuck with it, it was, you know, and really how they played in the second half was exceptional. So I enjoyed the season, and I hope that they got better, and I know they made me better as a coach.
You were in a tough spot towards the latter part of the season too, with a couple of injuries. You got Diego gets dinged up real bad last night. You put another young kid out there.
Yeah.
I mean, first game, but didn't look all that bad.
No, he looked great, really well. And you know what? It's been the story of our year a little bit. Had lots of guys out. You know, losing Stewie and Benny Ferrio down the stretch. You know, these guys they've been resilient all year, so it didn't surprise me that they were again tonight.
You mentioned that it was special with that crowd at the end. You had 2 guys in the box, and I took a look at their faces. They had big smiles on their face. What was it like on your bench when that crowd stood up at that point?
It was special. You know, that's the best word to use. I know as a coach, you're still worrying about winning the hockey game, but you know, it's been that way all year with this crowd and the people in Utica. It doesn't surprise me that it was like this tonight. We've had a lot of special nights this year. They really appreciate when this group works hard and commits to playing the right way. The people can sense it and they can see it and they appreciate it. Even nights that we didn't win, especially early, I really saw and felt the backing behind the people. It was nice.
Peltier had a nice statement once, about 2 weeks ago. he said when the crowd gets going, the Comets get going. It really does feel like that.
It does. I mean, I think it goes hand in hand, and I wish that we could have given them the playoffs this year, but to get as close as we did is pretty remarkable. And this group, I'm proud of this group. Even though we came up short, I am proud of this team.
What happens now? You meet with your players individually.
Yep.
You assess where they're at.
Yeah, over the next few days we'll wrap up, and there's a lot to go over with these guys. You got to go over where they're at as a player right now, where they want to get, and how they're going to get there. So,
how much input does Vancouver have in that? And I mean, they're in a state of flux.
Oh, they do. I mean, Lauren Henning's down here now and watching, and he'll be involved in our year-end meetings. So, it's all about development, and they know that this is their lifeline to getting better as well.
When will you be heading back home?
This week sometime, toward the end of the week, yeah.
Travis, what was it? You can put your finger on it. What was the biggest thing that changed from that early, the 08 1-1? What was the biggest thing that changed, or development over the years?
Well, I think there's a couple things. Our team had never played together, for starters, and that it sounds simple, but it's not. When you have guys on the ice that have played in a same system together, even if they haven't played together, they know simple things, even like what their voice sounds like. Like, it sounds crazy, but it matters. And running certain plays, running breakout patterns, and we had a young team, a lot of guys that hadn't played that much in this league, right from our goalies out to our defense and our forwards. We had some veteran forwards. We had two real young goalies that, they'll admit that they struggled early, and a lot of our young defense struggled. When we added Husky and we added O'Reilly, it definitely gave us a presence and stabilized some things on the back end with Husky coming in, and O'Reilly giving us some more pop up front, and both our goalies really, you could see them start to develop after, I'd say, 15 to 20 games. They started to take the ball and run, and that might have been the biggest change around.
You could also see that they were starting to recognize who each other was and what they were doing.
Well, I think they started to learn how they had to play to win too.
Right.
And for me, it's you're not an offensive team, you're not a defensive team. We knew we didn't score a lot, but you have to play the game the right way, and that leads to offense and it leads to good defense. And I'm a firm believer in playing an up-tempo game, but playing the game the right way. If you do, good things are going to happen.
Good, Rebecca?
All right, guys. Well,
Thank you.
Thank you. Richard. Oh.
Welcome. Good way to end the season. Good way to end the season.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we played really good, and I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't make the playoff, but I think we have worked hard. We had a tough start, but we believed in what we did, and I think that's why we was so close to make it.
Towards the end of the game, skated out a little bit. Things are a little rough. How are you in fighting? Take care of yourself out there. Looking forward to ending on a high note there.
Yeah, I have never fight, but I was excited out there, and all the other guys was fighting, so I wanted to be there out there too, and yeah.
It's pretty exciting seeing the way the fans react at the end of the game, showing their appreciation.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. The fans have been incredible the whole season, and like this game, it was so fun, and it was unbelievable. I think it felt like unreal when the crowd out there was fantastic.
It seems strange to say that tonight you had two younger guys that on defense out there than you'd have normally, because Corrado's still a kid, and everybody else, and you lost Biega with the injury. But did you feel it at all with the two young guys that were out there with Blaine and with McEnany?
No, I think they played really good today, and it feels like they have played here all season, and they have good confidence out there, and they played easy and played together. So I wasn't worried about it.
Did you think you were going to faint when Anderson scored a goal?
What did you say?
No. Did you think you were going to faint when Anderson scored a goal? I mean, he doesn't score goals, you know.
I know that. Yeah, well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Good for him, and I was glad when he scored. It was a good shot.
Good.
Where do you go from here?
We're
going back to Sweden,
go back
staying in
to
the
Sweden on soon. I think we get to travel now after everything.
What do you do during the summer? Play golf? What do you do?
I like to fish with my brother, so I'm excited over that.
Ocean
And
or lake spot?
it's a lake and river. So
We got some great places up north.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
what, salmon, trout, what?
No, pike and
Northern?
kind of bass.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah.
We like fishing. That's great. Tremendous. Great season. Thank you very much. Hey, Pascal, how do you feel about the way this all ended here?
Great. I mean, it's such a tremendous feeling when you see the crowd like going crazy like that. I mean, I know a lot of people always say like that they're playing the best city, like the best crowd. But I mean, I'm not afraid to say that this is it. Utica's got the best fans in the entire league for sure.
Two tough last games, but still you came up big, and you had a lot of young guys in the cast again tonight, particularly back on defense with Biggs out with the injury, and yet those guys once again stepped up to the plate.
Well, that kid that came in, Evan, I mean, he was one of our best D out there. He played with a lot of poise, and then it's looking bright for him and for the Vancouver organization.
It's weird saying, you had a young kid out there with a veteran, but then you take a look at that veteran, this 20-year-old Frankie Corrado. This was a young defense once some of those guys went down.
Yeah, but you gotta understand that. I mean, Frankie Corrado, if you look at him at the beginning of the year, was pretty good. But you look at him right now, I think he grew big time. He took a huge step towards the NHL, and I think it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be there next year or real soon.
Pascal, what was after that horrible start? What were one or two of the big things that? I mean, you guys did not make the playoffs, but still, it was an incredible run. What were one or two of the big things that made things turn around?
Well, I'd say two major things. First off, I think that the guys had a better understanding of how Travis wanted us to play. And then secondly, I'd say when Cal came in. I mean, you gotta understand that he provided a lot of things out there. I mean, not only point-wise, but I mean in the locker room and even on the ice, he brings a lot of leadership, a lot of skills. So, I mean, those two things I'd say were the major points.
What goes on now? I mean, we know that you guys will meet with Travis, but
Yeah, well, we got our physicals, not the physicals, but medicals testing tonight, and then we gotta have the exit meeting tomorrow, and then after we're gonna have a little team party, and then I think that's gonna be it. Some guys gonna be leaving left and right, I'd say by Monday.
what do you do in the offseason? Of course, you got a little one now, so that game.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just like to play golf. I like to. I own a couple of supplement stores back home, so I like to go see my stores, how they do, and then work out, hang out by the pool, and then get some rest and get ready for the get some rest. Thanks, Paz. Thanks, Paz.
Do you have any idea whether you're going to be here next year?
You know what? I heard that question for the last 2 weeks about 100 times a day, and I've got no idea.
we'll see what Van is going to say. I'd like to resign with Van. I know there's a lot of rumors that I'm going to go in the KHL. I know there's a lot of rumors that I'm going to go back in Switzerland. But bottom line, I haven't made my mind yet, but I'd love to come back.
Beauty.
All good?
How